Okay, hello, hello, hello. Oh, sorry. All right, let's see. Seems my game is not downloading anything. Give me a second. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. I just downloaded the game. No, the update. Well, I'm downloading the update right now, but I have it on my phone. I played it earlier, and I just finished all of. Oh, I have recently finished like all of the stages there. So I don't have to farm anything for tonight. Just here to talk about Kisaki and Shun, but right after a bit because I'm still downloading. But it seems that the download speed is way too fast, even for me. I'll never experience like godly amounts of download speed outside of Steam. Maybe I should turn on my lights. Like, I don't have enough lighting here. Could be better. Okay. Please don't kick me out. They kicked me out. No. Sorry. Man. Okay. First off, we need to talk about this banner, the limited dash banner. Apparently, yes, you can pick anyone that you like, and they will be your rate up. So let me check the banners or the possible characters that you can get here. So everyone until Shun, well, the recent banners. Well, no, not really the recent banners, but rather the current regular banner and then this tree. I don't know. What was that the screenshot for until Hanako earlier? Are they included? Seems not. I don't see anyone from the limiteds. Yeah, they're not included, I guess. So this one is the quick or the archive recruitment ticket. It seems that this is like a selectable one, so you can pick a archive student from this list. Anyone from this list. So if you're a new player, I would suggest getting yourself an Ako, because Ako is still relevant and up until now. Although the likes of Nagisa is Nagisa does more than Ako actually, I would say. Other one top candidate also would be Shun, but at the end of the day, if you're willing to spend like $3,000, not $3,000, but 3,000 yen on a guaranteed archive recruitment character, then yeah, choose whatever you want. Yeah. And then this too, we're going to talk about them now. While I am struggling on PvP here, I need to get back to 100. Or maybe I should do this first. Alright, just don't get unlucky. God damn it. Alright, let's wait. Let me find some resources that would let us see their skills. I'm pretty sure the Archive Wiki has them already. There you go. Found it. Oh. We just remove the transform. Reset. There you go. Let me zoom in so that you guys can read what am I talking about. So Kisaki is both purple on damage and at armor type. She's also a striker here, so it's kind of relevant. She wields a gloves, hairpin, and necklace. I mean, it makes sense for the necklace, but for the gloves, it should be like, I don't know, it could be, or this should be like at least shoes for the HP, but she doesn't even need like crit here. Anyways, here are her stats at level 90, all tier 10 equipment, and 150 on both versions of herself. I'm just going to put 20 here just for realistic purposes. Okay, now here are her skills with all of its glory. So EX skill costs 2, and she reduces the EX skill of the 3 closest allied strikers, but this excludes herself by 1, and then the reduction is active until the EX skill is activated once. And then she increases her own cost recovery by 1,625 for 5 seconds. As I mentioned earlier, this is lower than Hifumi, although the cost is much lower. This is 2, Hifumi is 5. And then her next, this will using her EX skill at cost 2 will transform her EX skill to this one, the Banzai Calisthenics. This affects her EX skill. This will change her EX skill to this one, with the second one, for 2 uses. So her second EX skill only gives like cost recovery. It doesn't have any cost reduction. It's just cost recovery by 2,500 for 5 seconds, and this is for free. No cost required. And then after using this EX skill twice, the EX skill will change back to the first EX skill. And then at basic skill, every 45 seconds she reduces the crit resistance for 36% for 32 seconds, which is kinda significant. And then she deals 414% damage. No, you did not miss the pull, but rather I'm just discussing them. Enhanced skill increases her firing range, or at normal basic attack range, or just firing range by 100 units, and then HP by 21.2%. And then her sub skill, when allies deal I was right here. So when allies deal 200 critical hits, which is kind of a lot, but if you're running a basic, it happens like quite every now and then, without even you realizing it. So maybe around a minute or 2 you'll get like 200 critical hits, depending on like the hits per minute from all of your strikers. So when Alice deals 200 critical hits, she heals herself by this much. She doesn't heal anyone here, which kind of sucks considering that she's a support and all she does is reduce the EX skill cost, and the cost bomb is there, but I think it will be really nice to have like some healing as well. Or maybe I'm asking too much because of the crit resistance that she has on her basic skill. EW40 increases her buff retention by 1,900, and that affects her cost recovery. Yes, This will be increased by 19%, which is basically, oh god, why am I opening my calendar? Calculator. I meant my calculator. So 5 times 0.9 19%, right? 19%, so if I'm not wrong, 0.19 plus 5, it's going to be almost around 6 seconds. If my calculations are not wrong, this will be 6 seconds. Honestly, this is only 19%. And 19% on a 5 second, 5 seconds, not really that high. So I mean, 1 more seconds of cost recovery burst, right? I think that's okay. That maybe it could count, right? So yeah. Next one will be Shun's swimsuit. You can actually check her here. This is her page for her other self, and this is the one for her big self. Okay, so she's also a sonic attacker with light armor type, so that means she could be a character for different, not necessarily for Yesod. So here we go. These are her stats at EW60, level 9, tier 10 on all equipment, and level 20 on bond on all versions of herself. And then here, your EX skill only costs 3, and she deals 1195% damage to one enemy. And she gains flower bud for 9 seconds. And she immediately draw her own EX skill card. When the flower bud is active for 9 seconds, her EX skill changes to please pay attention OK, which is this one. So we're going to talk about that later. When the flower bud is removed, she moves her EX skill card at the very bottom of the deck, indicating that you used her again or used her recently. So it just makes a lot of sense. So her EX skill on her second form, the second form of her EX skill, is she deals another damage instead of damage, which is slightly higher than the first one, 1387% damage to one enemy, and then it can be only used if you have the flower bud. So if you have the flower bud for 9 seconds, you can use this skill. So it has a fixed duration. Next, so basic skill, every 40 seconds she deals damage to one enemy, blah blah blah. Enhanced skill is she increases her own attack by 26.6%. I'm going to guess this is going to be crit damage. Nope, I was wrong. This is much better. So, on her EW40, she gets almost 50% sonic effectiveness by 49.4% on part of the 26.6% attack increase. Next one will be her sub skill. When acquiring a flower bud and every 3 seconds thereafter, the flower bud blood blooms in 3 stages, as you can see from the animation that that we saw from the special program. When using please pay attention OK, which is her second EX skill, she will consume the flower bud and increase the amount of damage dealt by 18.6% per stage of the growth for 3 seconds. So what this means is that I think the stage, the flower stage, the flower blooms in 3 stages. This lasts for 9 seconds. So if you have her EX skill, or if you have her, if you use her EX skill once, you have to wait for like at least 9 seconds, right? 9 seconds, and then you use her EX skill to deal damage. Wait, so that's that. Wait, hang on. And oh, never mind. When you acquire the first the flower bud, it's already on stage 1. Okay, it's already on stage 1, and then it will bloom twice, or you have to wait for 6 seconds to bloom it on stage 3, and then you have like 3 seconds to fire her second EX skill to deal the maximum amount of damage. Per stack of the bloom is 18.6% additional damage. So that means that's 18.6 times 3 times 3. That's 55.8%, and this will equate to plus 1387. That's 1442% damage to the enemy. So yeah, that's how Shun works. You basically deal damage, and then you wait for 9 seconds, or at least 6 seconds, and then you fire it again. So that's how Shun works, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And she has a good affinity on field, which means I think that fits really well with our claim earlier that she's going to be a Tiferet. Never mind, she's not a Tiferet character. In fact, she's bad at it. Wait, what? Okay, I'm bad. I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. She's D on indoors. She's not a Tiferet character. But her armor type fits, but the terrain's not. So what is blood for? But she has Yesod has light attack type. What is next in cooking? Is there going to be a raid soon with single target sonic damage, but this time on indoors? Correct me if I'm wrong with this. Am I tripping? I'm not tripping. Okay. Now, Shun has two forms. One is her original self, the big self, and the small self. So we're going to talk about the small self now. Well, the armor type in the equipment doesn't really change, but here are her stats at this specific parameters. And then here we go. She deals 1462 damage to one ally, which is like slightly higher than Shun's EX skill on the second form with 3 stacks of flower bud, but percentage wise higher. It's a bit higher. And then after each use, the damage from Please Hold Me, this one, the EX skill, for the rest of this battle is reduced by 290% of attack. 290% of attack, and stacks up to maximum of 3 to that means that she's going to her EX skill scaling is going to be reduced by 870% of her attack. Wait, so that means that you get the attack stat and then you multiply that by 29, perhaps? And then that's the damage reduction. Is that right? Because it says attack stat. Or is it the calculation is her attack is reduced by 290%, which doesn't make sense. That's basically 0. It's basically negatives. And then this stacks up to 3 again. At the start of the battle, she gains 0.71 cost for each allied unit in the formation, up to maximum of 6 units. And this can be used 1 time per battle. And if another student in the squad also has as an effect that increase the cost, or the grants cost at the start of the battle, meaning a cost bump at the start of the battle, this EX skill will not work. So this prevents you from abusing Shun and Shun's small swimsuit. So 0.71 skill cost, that only means times 6. 0.71 times 6. So that's 4.26 cost. 4.26 cost. And then comparing that to Shun, it's dang dang dang. It's 3.8 units of skill cost, which now Shun Ling is better than Shun. Oh no. Okay. Enhanced skill, she increases her critical rate by 26.6%. EW40 increases her attack by a flat 988. And then sub skill, when she uses her EX skill, her sonic effectiveness is increased by 78.8%. So even though it is compensated by this sub skill, of course, the EX skill damage here is still reduced by 280%, 290% of our attack. And this is increasing, by the way. This increases per level. So there should be like a calculation here in what level is it even worth it to use or to get her to level 5 with this reduction. I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's doesn't really matter if you increase it or not. Anyways, that's Shun Kid and Shun Swimsuit and Kisaki Swimsuit. Am I going to pull for them? We'll see later on. Okay. Alright. Honestly, I'm going for Kisaki. And then I'm going for Shun if we still have some pulls. They saw how bad Shun's small was and decided to make it worse for their Shun one. Yeah, they really adapted to the Shun small mechanic here. We're in. Let's have her Shun small. Like they just really decided that, you know what? She has a decreased attack for 20 seconds. Let's make it worse. But I'm pretty sure that in terms of pure damage, I think Shun Ling's swimsuit is better. I don't know. It could be just me. It could be just me. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. I have 60k pyroxenes, and I'm about to waste this on Kisaki. The rules will apply. If I get Kisaki in 100, under 100, I will still try to get Shun until 100, and then I'll decide if we reach 100 without getting any of them. I will think about it. Okay. All right. Let's play something relevant. Here we go. Ouch. Alright, here we go. Then you can go like Kisakis infinitely based, man. It's base as fuck. Alright, here we go. Next one. Good things happen when both of them appear. Let's see if that's true. Is this Haruka? Why am I getting new characters now? Hey. New characters. I'm not mad. I'm not even mad. Why is it so hard to draw a straight line without, you know, making it invincible? Or invisible? 50. Kiki. We're approaching 100 here. Even Plana cannot give me the good news. Alright, come on. Okay, good. Good news happens when both of them show up. That's a quick path. 1. Kiki has 2 syllables, that means it's Kiki. Nice. Got tired. Alright, let's try to get Shun. Getting her would be like very good. Shunny. Damn. Didn't work. Give me the good news. Damn. Shunny. No good news. Damn, that's a warning sign already. That's a warning sign. I think we should dip. I think we should dip. I don't want to make this worse. I think we should dip. Never stop the grind. Yes, I did get Kiki, but I got 3 characters actually. Satsuki, Haruka dress, and Kisaki. W, huge W. I have no idea where Shun can be used. She could be used in different, but her terrain is, she's not really fit on that terrain. The current terrain right now on Tiferet is field. Oh no, it's indoors. And she's bad at indoors. So it could be just there should be a Grand Assault. I think that's what's only left. It should be a Grand Assault with purple armor, where Shun would be really nice there. But are you going to pull for a character exclusively for Grand Assault? I don't think so. Alright, I'm gonna stop the trivial. Yeah, trivial. It's getting tired. It's getting annoying. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Okay. Right. She has buff retention though, and that buff retention affects her cost recovery. I think this will only increase her cost recovery to 6 seconds. Is it worth it? One more second of the burst of this burst of cost recovery. This is 2,500 at level 5. Is it just one? Well, according to my calculations, yes. This is 19%. 1,900 units of cost of buff retention only. So if she has 5 seconds of cost recovery, get the 19% of it, and then add it to the base number or the base duration. So that's 5 plus then 5 times 0.19%, and then you get your answer. That's 6. That's only very minuscule. I think it's not even 6 seconds. That's only like she refunds her cost. She costs 2. So 5 times 0.19 is 0.95 plus 5. That's 5.95 seconds. It's just a flat? No, it's not flat. The buff retention is by units, not flat. Because it doesn't make sense to have this at 1,900 seconds. I think that's bad. So she has her own sprite. Wait, she has a sprite without the parasol? Seems not. Okay. Alright, that would make it to be at 1,900 MS. You know what? You're right. What the? Hang on. Let me just ask Poshu about this. I think we are still friends on Discord, right? Poshu, are we still friends? Oh, actually, we're not even friends. Okay. Wait. I think we talked about this before. Wait, I think I've talked about this before with him, but is it different? Or I was talking to someone else? I never asked Kosha about anything besides business. Yeah, I didn't talk to him about anything about the game. I'm talking about business here. More particularly on like the Grand Assault tournament last year? Last year? Okay, I'm not sure. Let me just check out how they calculate that stuff. Maybe should ask my people here. Is What do you calculation with buff retention? With X. Ay, no. If it's 1,100 milliseconds, that would make a lot of sense. But I've known that when you're calculating buff retention, you calculate the retention unit by 10,000, and that's the percentage. Maybe I should ask Blue Archivist official. Okay, well, wait, everyone should just shit posting on Blue Archive game. Gameplay discussion would make sense. Okay, let me just ask them there. Hang on, give me. How do you calc for buff retention? Seconds me. I just hope someone even will notice me. I don't have much of a presence in BAO. I don't even chat much on BAO. Can I get Cali DB? Oh, they do have a calculator for that. Revenue. Okay, let's see. Kisaki. Is there anyone who has a buff retention? Kisaki has buff retention. Do some calculations here. Targets. Why is out of the target? Hang on. What the maybe, huh? Okay, let's put it like this. Then I have, wait. No. I think this was fine. So every 100 is 1%. So okay, I think it makes sense. Every 100 units is 1%. So if 1,100 by 100, that's 19%. And then 5, what is 19% of 5? What is 19% more of 5? It's still 9.55. 9.95. I mean, I'm looking at the AI overview. So I'm correct. Hang on, Kisaki. How do you check the retention? Oh, how do you check the buff? Target. So maybe here? Off retention. Okay, we get results here. Results. Oh, there you go. Oh no. Duration. Skill duration is 17.85. So 15 seconds, 17.85. Ah, God. Whenever I type CAL, it recommends me calculator. God damn it. Okay, so if 15 times 0.19 plus 15, that's 17.85. I'm correct. So it is 19%. Okay, cool. This is the one. Got it. So it's 6 seconds. It's essentially 6 seconds. Almost 6 seconds. Should we get it? Yeah. Oh, no. Not 800 cost recovery, but rather it's around 1,625 and 2,500. Wait, huh? No, not 9.5 seconds. No. 5 seconds. 5 seconds, and then you multiply this by 19%. You get me? Not 19, not 19. 19%. Get the 19% of 5, then add 5 to it. So it's 9.95. 5.95 rather. Sorry. It's 5.95. So anything else that benefits from your duration? Just this one, right? Cost recovery is... yeah, it is a lot of cost. For 1 additional second, that's your additional cost. Hang on. I will decide if we have the budget. $1,352. We are already at 4 stars because we got her from her rate of banner. So that leaves us to 240 pyroxenes. Not 240 shards. We get the first 20 with 1 cost. I forgot how to calculate this. How much Hoshino give? Their EX skill here. Whatever. Oh, this one. Cost recovery is 684. Hoshino Hoshino Swimsuit gives 684 for the duration of her EX skill that lasts for 50 seconds. While Cherry no stacks with the number of Winter students in the same unit, so that's 146 up to 3 times. Where's my calculator? Every time I use it, it's missing. Times 3 plus 511, that's 949 cost recovery. But you need to have other Red Winter students on your team, and since this stacks up to 3 times, you need to have like all of them from Red Winter, which is impossible in a really rigid run. Kanoe is more plausible. She increases the cost recovery by 342, but this only applies like up to 3 times for the 85 stack. That means she gets like 597 cost recovery after the stacks over here, or only if she gets like her teammates, or only if all of her other strikers in the same unit have heavy armor. We still have one more, right? Cost recovery. Well, we have Hifumi. Hifumi has a cost recovery burst by 1,861 for 8 seconds, so for 5 seconds, which is a little bit worse than Kisaki on her first use at cost 2. But to be fair, this is cost 2, that one is cost 5, because it only activates whenever Hifumi activates her EX skill. So basically it evens out at cost 2, a little bit worse than Hifumi. But at cost 0 though, she gets 2,500 for the same duration, and it could be a bit more longer if she have EW40. The question is it even worth it? I think I've seen someone from Twitter that calculated that. I don't know if I saw that in on my Discord or somewhere else. I don't think that's it. 2,000. Yeah, it was on Twitter. I cannot find it anymore. Well, I can try, but it's going to take a while for me to find it, because there's like an actual chance that we won't be able to find it anymore. You know what? I need to change some. Hang on. Okay, I'll just fix it later. 15k burst cost is crazy. 15k. $30k cost recovery using both EX skill cost. 34.2. You know what? It's 2,500 every second. Yes. But the cost recovery of Kisaki doesn't stack. The 2,500 doesn't stack, I believe. Not even the cost 2 and the cost 0 that don't stack. It's just you use it and then it injects you with cost recovery for 5 seconds, but that's really about it. But that 2,500 is huge, I would say. Actually, I would want to calculate what is like the... That's 0.15 of a bar or increase from 81 for 97 of a bar for first EX skill. What was the... How do you calculate the EX skill again? The cost recovery. The base cost recovery of a full team. 700, right? Each student has 10,000 per bar. Okay, good. So 700 per student. Okay, good. So 700 times 6, that's 4,200, and then you add 2,500 maybe on the burst, maybe on the second EX skill for now. So that's 6,700 cost recovery, and then the amount of time it takes to fill up a bar of cost, it gets reduced from no, it's reduced to 0.67 seconds. Right? Because 10,000 per... Oh no. Wait, no. Wait, no, I think I got the calculations wrong. 10,000 for the... how do you calculate this? 6.7? 6,700? Oh, okay. Got it, I got it. So normally 700 each student in the squad in the formation gives like 700 cost recovery. So that's times 6, so you get 4,200 cost recovery, and the time you get to get into 10,000, divide that with 4,200, and you get 2.38 seconds. 2.38 seconds per bar. And then at EX2, 4,200 plus 2,500, that's 6,700, and then divide 10,000 to 6,700, and that you get 1.49. So that's a significant yeah, this is a significant jump. And then add the cost recovery too. The sub skill. Add the sub skill too. How do you calculate for the sub skill cost recovery? Normally we get a cost recovery from sub skills, from supports. Let's see, Kisaki. How do you calculate this? 20.2 seconds. 22.2%. I think we're following the general calculations. Add the flats, then add the percentages, right? Or multiply by that with the summation of the percentage. So that's 100. If the cost recovery boost right now is 100%, that's like 100%, like the flat rate. If it's 120.2%, times 1.22, you get 8,053.4. If not, if I'm not mistaken, it's 100% plus 20.2. And then you make a percentage out of it. You get a percentage of the sum of the flats. So that's 6,700 times 1.202. That's 8,053.4. That's 8,800. The 8,053.4. 10,000 divided by 8,053. That's 1.24%. 1.24 seconds of cost recovery. I wish I could see you. I could see my calculator. 1.24 seconds of seconds to fill up a bar. 1 second. That's almost like, let's just say, yeah, that's really fast. 1.24. Compare that to the standard, which is 4,200. 1.2, 2.3, then minus that to 1.2. That's almost a second. No, that's more than a second less. We can test it. I mean, yeah. Let's do that. Why am I here? Whatever. Yeah, over the entire run, that's a huge difference. And you use Kisaki's skill, the cost to 1, just to rotate. And then, if you need it, you're just going to get, you're just going to use her 0 cost EX skill for just for free. It doesn't really ruin your rotations, because for 3 rotations, essentially, she only costs 2. Which is plenty awesome, man. Plenty awesome. Okay, let's try that out. Let me just keep her to level 75, just in case. I don't know, just in case. Doesn't really mean anything. Okay. Oh yeah, I haven't done this. Let me do that. Let me have Lucky. Finally. Okay. Okay, let's try doing this. Given that we have our own Kisaki right here for the cost recovery, maybe just a bit of attack right there. Alright, you know. And then let's have our Kisaki and someone to hold us off. It's this tree. Well, provided that I didn't use provided I didn't use Aru here, we should be able to see like the cost, how the cost moves. Or wait, should I just bring in like cheap characters? Your cost to bring some cheap stuff. This cost 3. Serika? She's the only one that I know that that's really cheap. I swear to God, did I level her up? I think I did. Yeah, and Shiroko. Hana. Too late. It's fine. Okay, here we go. Honestly, you cannot really feel the duration here. Here we go. You guys feel that? We need a comparison. Okay, let's do a comparison here. Let's repeat that. Hang on. Wait, is the animation... I can see this animation being so slow. I already rotated X4 so much, but... Okay, it already applies here. But their EX skill is still 2. Now it's 1. Now it's 0. I felt that. I felt the slowness here. The skills take so long. Maybe, yeah, maybe on times 3 it's going to be... Let's wait for cost 3. Yeah, it takes so long. It takes so long. See that? It was slow here and then it came fast and then slow here. Holy delay. Okay, cost 2. Here we go. Fast here. And then it's slow here. It fill out this part. Perhaps in 1 more second, it could burst right through here. Look like 2 bars to apply. Yeah. I can see the difference. Let's see. No, because this act already... No. It hasn't activated that yet at cost 4. Okay, really? Ready? Wait, hang on. It already expired. The X1 could be instant. Because when we do this... There you go. The instant it lands, the water lands on her, he gets the buff. That's why you cannot really tell the difference, because I had existing bars, or we didn't have like a reference point to begin with. Maybe if we delay it for a bit. Hang on. Okay, so that's the normal duration. Here's the one. Yeah, it's a bit faster. Okay, this. That one. Very faster. And now it's slower. Okay. 2, 3, then it burst. So it takes like almost 3. How slow it is. Like this. Two, 3. Yeah, three cost on a Kisaki with someone who cost recovery. It takes 3 costs for her to burst. That sounds wrong. One, 2, 3, fast. That's how many frames is that? That's 100 and if this game is 60 frames per second. Wait, what's the game maximum's FPS? If it's 120, if it's 60 FPS. Well, I didn't really measure how long it took. Because okay. 33 ms per tick. This takes like almost, I don't know, it's just 3 business days. Let's compare this to Rio. Rio is also notoriously slow. It's like more like 30 FPS. Really? Let me check my game. It is 160. Okay. Let's try Rio here. Because Rio is also really slow. And Rio, according to ShaleDB, she has animation time for her EX skill here. This one, there you go. 201 frames for 6.7 seconds. That's super slow. Let's compare that to Kisaki. If it took like 6.7 seconds, what is that in? Oh yeah, we could also experiment with Rio, right? Okay, so let's use cost 3 as our reference point to gauge how slow this is. 1, 2. 2 bars of cost to get Kisaki. Or to copy Kisaki. Almost like, yeah, it's more or less 2. If you do math, I think math is too tiring for me right now. We just did cost recovery math. No, I think the game is locked on 60 FPS. If you wish, frame by frame. I'm not a nerd, god damn it. I'm pretty sure this is going to be much slower. But the range is good. There you go, it became faster here. But it takes like 4 business days. Wait, what was the duration for getting your EX skill to 2? Okay. Let's just use 3 as our reference point again. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost 4 business days, dude. And she's dying. But look at this rotation. Look at that rotation, bro. It takes also like 2 business days to get her up. What was the cost earlier? 1. And she's dead. Okay, never mind. And she's on the front. Oh my goodness, this is annoying. Maybe you should bring an actual tank. She's elastic. Oh, because I'm doing N. What was I thinking? Okay, yeah. At least we are now aware that Kisaki is pretty slow. But I think that makes it's intentional so that you don't overlap her EX skill. Maybe just say yes, Swimsuit say and just die on half the content. Probably. Okay. Seven? Already gained 1 cost here. Two, 3, 4. It's around 4 point something, 5. 1 units of cost. And the burst is still happening. The burst is still happening. Oh, okay, so I'm wrong. You could swiftly circulate, rotate, and you still have the burst. Burst is gone after 9. Okay. Already reached 2. Cost is gone. Okay, let's just let her do it then. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think on a special case like this wherein you're so fast or spending way so fast, well, yeah, you can rotate back and use your EX skill again while the burst is still active. So that's possible. That's 100% possible. But if it's like on a team with more than 2 or 3 more cost, then it's probably impossible to rotate back while the burst is still active because it takes like 5 to 6 seconds. Hmm. Hmm. So in the very practical sense, you don't really waste any burst. You just use it. Problem is, she's a dead weight to me. Being like being a part of a cost recovery, or she can have the skill cost by half for one time, and then she burst again for twice. She burst cost recovery twice, then heals herself for every 200 critical hits that the formation made. That means, but other than that, he doesn't. Other than cost recovery, she doesn't really do much. I don't want. Well, I don't. It's kind of rude to say that she's a dead weight because she has the. I think the best cost recovery burst in the game. No one has ever reached that level, except herself. But it just would be nice if she could also heal someone or everyone apart from her EX skill that does the cost recovery and the skill discount. But I may be asking for way too much here. I don't know. So what is she? What is her compatibility in the end game raids? Again, the only thing that I am imagining that she could be a thing. Yeah, GA speedrun could be it. Could be it. If and a final restriction release, she could be compatible against Ifrit. She will take normal damage or neutral damage though, but if you, as long as you, you know, get her away from trouble by healing her or moving her away from danger, she should be fine. I don't know. Yasod, on first phase, I don't think you need her. Like you have like a lot of shenanigans on her on the the cost recovery and all that stuff, and because of that, you can make Mika spam her EX skill multiple times, even if you get her to like cost 10. Yasod can just do that. But on phase 2, she buffs everyone with skill cost reduction. Cost recovery goes up. That means you can work on your rotation much better. Although it really doesn't affect the drones, but still you use your EX skill to buff your drones. Like with Suzumi's EX skill, maybe Reisa, whatever, or maybe no, not really Rabu, but so yeah, I don't know. It's the big question of, yes, she can produce that much EX, with that much cost, but how do you fit her in a strikers team with someone that, you know, that is already composed of someone like, let's just say this. Let's just assume we're back on Drumbarka, right? Let's just assume. And let's also assume that I have a Erika. Or maybe, nah. If Erika is also here. This is second phase Drumbarka. And you have her. EX skill goes to half. You also have, let's see, Shiroko Terror or something for the blue damage. You also have Oshino Swimsuit for the damage unification, and then Haruka dress. How would you justify this? Because your second character here would be not Erika, but Rio. As per the normal rotation, you use this too. And then for the healer, you just use Loki. They're not limited. That means you can pull them anytime after this banner. There's no limited tag here. So you good. I did it just because content. And I got her in 80, right? 80. I tried getting Shun, but didn't go for it. I didn't commit. I mean, the anniversary is coming up soon, and 50,000 is, I would say, dangerous. Because I want 400 pulls on anniversary and 200 pulls on the next the limited banner before the anniversary. So I'm lagging behind here. I need to get back my 12k and then more. Actually, I need 24,000 here. So that brings us to 24 times 4. Yeah, 24 plus 48. 72k. Is there any packs that would let me do that? This one's a 10 pull. It's quite expensive, 4,900 yen. This is the best one so far. The premium 10k. This gives like 8,000. This gives like 6,000. I'm not going to do it, guys. Not yet. 66 times 3. That's 30,000 yen. Ah, that hurts so much. 30, like saying 30,000 is just, that hurts. Yeah, they're not limited, so you can save until the anniversary. I just did so because I can. Give all mortal sessions to Nexen. I would never, man. I would never. But I really spent on this money. I really spent a lot of money on this game for way many times. Hey, no. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. No problem. Okay, let's see. Alright, who do you want me to see? Which LTD do you want to see? I think you guys want to see Kisaki here, no question. So I'm just going to get into that. Let me just do my errands and then we're going to go for it. I think stopping at 100 pulls, I think it's going to save me in the long run. It's going to benefit in the long run. And also, I was thinking of spending like 3,000 yen to buy Satsuki. And here we are. Thank God I didn't do it. Which leaves me to, like, how many characters that I don't have yet? I still have like a couple of characters, like Dress Mutsuki. Uyu and I am always forgetting the bob haircut girl. Ritsu. Fuck. I don't have Ritsu, but I can just check my students later. Like, bottom line, I still am missing a lot of characters. Oh, nice. Bond Gears. Oh yeah, we should get that. Get into that. Entire Crab Squad. I do have everyone in the Crab Squad. Or Fox Squad. Okay, here we go. Kisaki. Let me just pause the music so that you can I haven't discussed the let's discuss that. What grab rate? Oh. Alright, let's get into the unique items. Who got it? I'm pretty sure Hiro got it. Isn't it Hiro? Or still not here? I think Karen got it. And wait, how do you check that, by the way? Let's check. I mean, Auro got herself one. It should be like this, unique gear. Okay, it's not. Okay, we can just translate here. Okay, one character that we got is Iroha. Just put that on translation. Okay, every 40 seconds, it fires projectiles up to 4 enemies in the sequence. Furthermore, it inflicts damage equal to... Wait. Let me just compare that to the original. Okay, let's have the original now. Okay, so every 40 seconds, it fires projectiles up to 4 enemies in sequence, and then she has a 83.3 damage additional on enemies within a circular area centered on those enemies. So it has a little bit of AoE, but it's not really that felt. So now, if Toramaru is present, she grants Toramaru the high explosive shell loading skill. When using main gun, aim and fire, while Toramaru possesses this skill, the damage of the main gun is multiplied by 0.5. Ah, it buffs this and this. 50%. Yeah. Half more of the damage. After 15 seconds, she deals that amount of damage to one enemy, and then it splits to two nearby enemies up to 2 times. And then this one, if Tomamoru is present, I don't think it says that. So will get this special status if Tomamoru is present. So if the tank is on the field, and then it uses the basic skill of her EX skill of her summon, that one will be multiplied by 0.5. So it's just a direct buff to the basic skill of the main armament. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of bonkers. That's bonkers. Next, who do we got? Let me search that up. Surely it will show up. Who do we got? I need to check the patch notes. Patch notes. There's a specific tag in there. What? Unique gear. Karen. Yeah, Karen Bunny. I don't have Karen Bunny though. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to figure out what happened to her. But for the meantime, let's check out Ayane. Is there a way to do that? I don't think there's a way, right? I don't think so. There's a specific tag there on the level thing. Wait, did they just add this? Okay. Ayane. Okay, let's compare her. Oh god, we cannot do that. Hang on, let's grab the information from Chalet DB. And then, oh, probably I have to. Yeah, I probably have to level this up to level 10 to see what happens. Yeah, I can never tell unless if I spend that much on her basic skill. Shit. Is there any way? Oh, someone's sharing it on the channel that I'm in. Ayane is shit, apparently. Let's see about that. This is level 2, by the way. Okay, every 30 seconds she reduces the increases the crit resistance of relief supplies only once per battle. When ally holding relief supplies has 45% or less HP, the target relief supplies consumed restores 65.5% of their healing power. Is this applicable to like No, does it calculate Ionis healing power or the ones holding the relief supplies? This is meh. I mean, it has like an emergency healing, but I guess that's creative, I guess. What's this? Expecting more? I don't know. For Karen, it's basic skill. What is her basic skill again? Because Karen Bonnie was like very generic. This one has, I think this one has extra depth pierce. This one is buffed. This one is buffed, and it gives mystic effectiveness. Okay, that's it. That's it. But Iroha's kind of simple, but you know, yet strong. I might get her thing up. Although I don't have anything. And I have this. No problem. Jesus. So yeah, if I am not mistaken, if this is going to be, if my analysis is correct or the translation there is correct, as long as the tank is there, is, you know, the basic skill of the tank is hands, so it's just a direct buff to this. Oh yeah, 1550 attack. That's attack, right? Which is cool. Yeah, 1150. That's cool. That's huge. Damn. Okay, cool. Maybe we could try her out on PvP. Maybe she hits harder now. Just maybe. Okay, this. For my enemies, I should stick to using Amy, unless if they have a, you know, Iori swimsuit, then I'm cooked. But will not be really. It doesn't display anything. Every 30 seconds increases. Yeah, we already knew that. So they have a special status called refill supplies. And it seems that... Oh, there we go, dead. Do you think that Ayane is better on tanking? Iroha can only probably snipe a Sobaki. But that's it. Right? I mean, I won because everyone did their jobs. But Iroha didn't do anything. Maybe she managed to snipe the enemy Shiroko without me noticing. But thanks, Aurora, for the translation. Do we have for Karen at level 10? I just don't have it. I just don't have the numbers. And because I don't have her as well. Let me just get up here. Let's bring back... I would like to try Shunling small. That would be cool. That would be cool. That's also anti-Amy as well. Anti-Amy and anti-Marina. That's... I think Shunling's going to be bonkers on this raid, on this PvP. But god dang it, I don't have her. I don't know if I even pull for her. I'll let you know, I guess now. I'll let you guys know if I caved in. Alright, here we go. Let's do the relationship story or the L2D for Kisaki Swimsuit. I want you guys to enjoy what's about to unfold here. I haven't seen the full L2D yet, so if you haven't, this is going to be your first look on it. Let me check if my full screen is configured for this. I think so. Alright. Enjoy. It'll be in a few seconds. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Give me a sec.
どうじゃ先生。あれほど色彩にあふれていた景観がこの通り鮮明されたの。川、水、木、山、そして先生、そなただけがわらわの目に映っておる。そなたの目には何が映っておる。わらわとこの景色の中、わらわをその両の瞳に閉じ込めておるかい。このような逸話を聞いたことはあるかの。千女は風になり、羽のように空を舞うのだと。目を閉じて息を吸い込んでみるのじゃ、先生。そうすればそこにもわらわを感じられるやもしれぬぞ。
Alright. That was Kisaki. Kisaki Cell 2D to be exact. Hope you guys like it. Alright, I'll just keep it on for like the duration. That was good. That was really good. That was awesome.
青い空、眩しい日差し、夏じゃ。となれば秘書ちゃん、いらっしゃいませ先生。キキ、お店番頑張ってるんですよ。なでなでしてください。
I think this is our first time hearing her icky voice. Right? Am I hallucinating?
先生はどれが好きですか？キキは先生が選んだものなら何でも好きです。水着着てみたんですが、どうでしょう。
She made this voice in ASMR. Ah, I see, I see.
実はキキ、泳ぐの得意じゃないんです。先生はどれが好きですか？キキは先生が選んだものなら何でも好きです。
Oh, they have a temple here. Cool.
こんにちは。お待ちしてました。先生のシュエリンですよ。秘境に到着。いかがですか、先生。
Shun, please don't make me pull for you, please. Please.
なんだか新鮮で楽しいですよ。
Please. I can't afford it. I'm brokey dokey, man. I'm brokey dokey. It's not good. Anyways, let's increase our drop rates here. What was the armor type again? Oh god, Kisaki is going to die. There's no tank. Well, she's front. She's mid. Front. Okay, I'll just replace you with this. Okay, so that... Okay, there you go. Let's just do this real quick. Music's too loud. Let's just use my own playlist. Jesus Christ, even the transitioning to go to the next one is so slow because of Kisaki. Oh yeah, does she have a alternate post? I think she did. She did. There you go.
ゆっくり見ていくとよい。
Now this animation is long. Okay, I think we're done for tonight. What we did do? Well, we got Kisaki at the very least. Maybe we should get another character to whatever bond and where we can get their bond gear. Let's have maybe Haruka or Satsuki. I'll go for Haruka. This means that I only need Motsuki to complete the collection. Oh. Do you like this? Oh yeah, I haven't seen her animation. Cute. What is Blood doing here? Let's get her up to 10.
私こんなに幸せで
Alright, let's get her L2D and then I'm logging off for tonight. On this one. Which is nice. This is nice. Like, I got 2 characters that are new. And in which one of them I was planning to whale for. And yeah, hopefully I'll get more new characters if I get the spook. At least someone new or someone that I can use extra LFs on. Oh, LF, yeah, someone with the high value. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, have you guys heard like before that they are planning? I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but there's like a speculation where they are planning to have a feature where you can chat with your students. Although they are powered with AI or something. It's like an AI chatbot, but to archive. I wonder what happened to that. First time hearing that. Well, maybe it's just a wild speculation. And I wish they won't proceed with that if that is true. If they are considering that. Because yeah, that will be... What do you call this? Parasocial as fuck. You're forming a bond with someone that is essentially AI and essentially doesn't exist. So yeah, I think it like Momo talks or relationship stories are like fine as they are. They don't have to like spice things up. This is like already good enough to get in to know about the character without going way too far. Because how would like the AI handle like very sensitive stuff? Oh, alright. Let me just pause my music and then play the in-game one. Apparently I can't. Okay. Okay, that's fucked. Okay. Can't believe we're not allowed to add the music. Yes, boss. Haruka. Ha 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 ha. Did I skip over Haruka?
雑草が好きなのは美しいからじゃないです。私は雑草の硬いところが好きなんです。どんな荒れ地でも強く根を張る粘り強さ、それこそが私の理想。美しくある必要はありません。輝かなくてもいいんです。大切な人とただ過ごせるなら、先生と一緒にいられるのなら、私はそれで好きなんです。
Right, that was Haruka's LTD. Nice. You should add it. Yeah, that was also good. I mean, compared to this L2D, to her previous iterations like the New Year one and the OG one, this one's like getting brighter now. Like, she's not. I would not say cured, because there's nothing wrong with her. It's just that, you know, she had a past, and you know, she tends to do something that is way out of line. But you know, slowly but surely, she's trying to change. And even though I cannot understand what she was saying, but I can tell that, you know, again, yeah, she's getting better. Yep. That's it. I mean, unless if we can get Satsuki's L2D today, maybe we can play that one out. But I think no. No. Okay. Oh. Wait, shouldn't we like get like spawn stories for them? What happened? I didn't get one. Is there even one? Oh, there you go. There you go. Iroha and there you go. Nice. I'll just claim that later. Let me just do my dailies. Wait, do we even need to do this? I don't think we do. I already have... Wait. Yeah, might as well. Yeah. And buy stuff here. And let me try to get the temple. Oh, wait.
大したことではありません。ただ
Yeah, Miyu in Shove is really nice.
似合っておるかな。ゆっくり見ていくとよい。任せてくれ。あら？何か問題か？夏の藁はお目になる。迷わないように気をつけてね。確かにすぐ。前方へ。到着しました。まだいるのか。前方へ。
Damn, look at that! You can sensibly feel that around. Why did I buff Kisaki with Kisaki? Uh. Buffing the maybe the buff the plus recovery will get stronger. That would be cool. If skill damage buff improves the I don't know the cost recovery. Oh yeah, there's 2 new characters. Why is she crying? Cat, why is he crying? Coconut's acting all smug. No hits. But there's 2 Rumi, so that's 2 hits. Kisaki. I mean that might be true, Alright, I think we're all good. The next thing for Blue Archive would be, I guess it's going to be Gregorius Total Assault. So maybe I will stream something this week, maybe. So for the meantime, yeah, I'll think about getting Shun, but I think I will just save for the next anniversary. For the meantime, if you guys pulling for Kisaki and Shun, I wish you guys the best of luck. And for now, I'll log off, and then I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow or Thursday. Alright? I have Nagusa swimsuit, so I'm ready for Gregorius Lunatic. I am ready. If it doesn't need EW 60 Nagusa, then I'll be fine. Anyways, that'll be all. Thank you so much for watching, and follow Twitch if you guys haven't. And I'll see you guys sometime in the future, probably tomorrow or Friday. If not this week, I'll see you guys next week on Wednesday for Gregorius raid, and that will be on Wednesday and Thursday as well. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Right? Have a good night. Have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see you guys till then. Bye bye.